What's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today we're going to be taking you on a tour of a very high-end luxury pinkies up rear living fifth wheel. This is the 2026 Redwood 371RL, and it's a pretty classic back half rear living setup, except it does have a couple pretty cool differences. One being this actually has 3-inch sidewalls, so a little bit quieter, a little bit more insulation if you're someone that's, using this on the road. Like when I was selling RVs, I sold a lot of this style of camper, the 3-inch thick walls, the people that did like some pipelining and, seasonal work, where they're in it for like 3 months at a time, something like that. It'd be perfect for something like this. This is definitely a couples camper through and through, or single person use camper. However, they do have a pull-out sofa in it as well that'll work for the occasional grandkids that come over. But what makes this one a little bit unique floor plan wise is they actually have a hallway style laundry system, which is pretty darn cool. So I'm really curious to see what you guys think. That's obviously what matters most. So if you don't mind, at some moment in this tour, if you guys could drop a comment for me, even if it's a hello, it goes a long way to really helping you. And if you guys need more information, specs like the length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes, you can find that down below in the description, along with a link for Funtown RV if you want to do a little bit of shopping. But drop frame in the front, that's going to give you some above average front storage right here. So I hope you guys like it. What do you guys think about this paint job? Now, this is one of their few options. I can't remember how many paint jobs that they have, but like right over here, they got one with this pretty cool little green tint. Now, as far as interiors are concerned, this is going to be in their Sea Breeze decor. So you're going to notice it's got a little bit of kind of a green tint to it, kind of like a little olive kind of color to it. I really like it. My wife really loved it when it first came out. I think in 2004, 2024, 2025, somewhere around there, the back half of 24 possibly. But they do have like a blue-gray decor as well. So if you're not a big fan of this, just know that it can be switched. What's nice about the Redwood is they're 101-inch wide body construction. So even though this has dual opposing slides with 6'10" tall high slides and flush mount, not only do you get the head height that clearance allows you, but you also get kind of the hip width, if that makes sense. You can actually walk through this thing because it is a little bit wider. So obviously you got your cooking entertainment over here. You have an island smack dab in the middle, solid surface countertops. Babe, if you're watching, I love you, and I love the two-tone and the accent lighting. We also have a dishwasher and one of the fanciest sink setups known to man. We'll get back to that here in just a second. But bathroom over here to the left. This is what I'm talking about. My camera's going crazy. I keep having to adjust this like little lighting situation going on. But look at that. What do you guys think about that laundry room setup? And then obviously you can see me in the mirror flexing right there, baby. But you got your bedroom. And what I really like in general is it goes back to, again, that 101-inch wide body construction. There is a lot of extra space in this camper, and it is really well lit up with that blade lighting that is becoming popular, but they're really utilizing it pretty darn well. It's also going to be on a dimmer, and I like those the lights. Another thing that they're doing in the bathroom, can't wait to show you that, they're actually using an acrylic sink. Never seen that before, so pretty darn neat. So like I said, 6'10" tall high slides. So what that might mean visually is I am 6 foot, a big, beautiful RV loving man, and you got a lot of head height. So you giants out there will be happy with the Redwood, baby. Frameless windows that are interiorly framed in. And you're also going to have windows that open up too, so you can catch a nice little sea breeze. But you also get the Dracula shade right there. Stop the old skin from sizzling, keep the nosy eyes out, and you have the old half drac there too as well. So pretty darn nice setup there for you. Wireless charger, and then you're going to have table for 2 that can be pulled out for table for 4. If you guys want to play some cards, sit down, have some breakfast. You can see a lot more window coverage over here with the overhead storage as well. Let me give you a little up-close look there of that color. I personally really like it. But like I said, you can get it in a blue as well if you don't have good taste like I do. Right here, you got your theater seating. What's nice about it, it's also going to be powered. So the click of a button, you just raise or lower your feet. It also lays back really nice and flat. This is going to be new furniture by them. It's going to be Franklin. So it is a little, it's a little firm in the butt, soft in the back, just how we like them. It's also going to be directly across from your TV. A little bit larger TV than most of the brands that I've seen out there. Probably got about a 50, 55 inch, something like that. But you have zones A and B, which are controlled right here. So that's going to be inside and outside, so you can rock on both sides. What do you think there of kind of how it kind of changes it up? Again, with the not only the two-tone, but I like whatever fancy people call that. I know it's not lattice, but that's what I'm going to call it, the lattice work there. Fireplace will keep you nice and roasty and toasty, by the way, so that'll heat up the entirety of this RV, this whole section, start bleeding up into the bedroom. That puts out about 4,800 BTUs of heat for you. So this is going to be your extra sleeping here in this RV. Like I said, couples camper through and through. But you have the ability to sleep some extra folks right there with a pull-out bed. Makes about a queen for you. Countertops on either side for your cell phones, along with the appropriate plugins as well. So you know you can charge up all your stuff. You got USB and universal C, and then a classic outlet right there. A couple little reading lights for you, and also some built-in lights here underneath the storage. Now, for the vertically challenged out there, this will be a little bit tall, because I mean, I'm reaching up pretty darn good right there to get to that. But for your stowaway items, you know, think like, you know, blankets or possibly some board games, you know, things like that you don't get out every day. Great spot for it. I love how they still put it in. This is what they call a full profile RV. So you're going to notice there is not a slant to the RV, and that's why you get some incredible head height in the bedroom. You get the drop frame that gives you great storage, but at no point do you feel claustrophobic in this RV, which is nice. You know, you don't get that in all the RVs out there. Insignia, let's see here. Is that on a swivel or is it a hard mount? There's a hard mount there. I already talked about the fireplace, so we're good. You have one of the larger RVs in the industry, the GE. So as you can see, you can cook a turkey in that bad boy, no problemo. You got the 4-top burner to whip up all the fixings. Solid surface countertops. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. Along with the pop-up tower. And then your microwave, not only does it have potato mode, but you also get storage for all your potatoes. Left, right, and above. Let's see what that sticker says. Residential hardwood cabinets and trim. Real hardwood, not wrapped MDF. Premium look and feel. Heat and moisture resistant. So, trust me, I'm in sales. That's it's a good feature to have. Pinkies up, baby. You know, speaking of pinkies up, look at that. Just got back from a wedding on Saturday. One of my best friends, Evan, got married. Evan and Morgan, I'm sure you're not watching, but congrats. It was a good time down there. That is for sure. But I'll tell you, I cannot do things that I did when I was younger because we were hurting all day yesterday. I can tell you that. You got yourself a little bit of a kind of a TikTok sink situation going on, but you got your drinking water, you got your cup cleaner, soap dispenser with the high-rise faucet, hitting those dishes from all angles, and then you flip it around down here. And sorry, this is showing up a little bit green for some reason. Showing up a little bit brown. It's actually a little bit whiter for when I'm looking, so hopefully it's just a setting going on right now. But your dishwasher right there, you know, who likes to do dishes? I know I sure don't. And then you want room for all your stuff. So you're going to get 2 of these and a larger one down below, along with a residential size refrigerator right there too, which is pretty darn nice. I mean, a week's worth of food will be absolutely no problem. You also have 2 trays for the refrigeration, for the freezer, and an ice maker. So if you're someone that likes to cube out, well, you can do that, baby. More countertop space for more stuff. You know, I'm thinking maybe, the screen's driving me nuts. How do I fix it? There you go. See, it's like that. And it kind of yellows out as I keep walking around. See? What the heck's going on? So right here, you got yourself, obviously, another power tower. Fuse box down below. I'm going to pause this real quick. Give me just a second. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm having a hard time stopping it. I got the new iPhone 17, and I don't think it's worth it, to be honest with you. I got it because I wanted 2 cameras, and maybe it's a little bit of a better camera as it upgrades. But the thing is like too fancy. It's like too feature rich, if you ask me. I don't know how people are dealing with it, but your boy's struggling. So right here, you got, not only do you have manual controls, which you'll see in places like right here. You notice how it's got the up and down arrow? That's because it is on a dimmer. You can also control those same lights from over here, again, with the up and down arrows for the dimmer. All right, smart controls. Let's see, fully digital touchscreen control, monitor tanks, lighting, HVAC, and more. So all that's going to be, you know, right here with the click of a button. I'll let you guys play around with it when you see it in person. But, you know, it's pretty nice. Central vac system coming up, and notice the size of this hallway. I mean, it is huge. Like, let me see if I can show you what you're working with. I mean, look at that. I'm even like spreading out like elbow to elbow, still not touching. So that is pretty darn snazzy if you ask me. Your bedroom slide actually starts right here and goes all the way back in there, but they have that little center wall that sticks out just a hair more to give you that separation feeling between the bedroom and the laundry system. So let me know what you guys think about this. I really like it. When Redwood first came out with this, I think it was in one of their Hampton Destination models, and I just loved it. I thought it was a great idea. I'm really glad to see that it's in some of these fifth wheels now, because it's in a couple of their models. So right here you can see the accent lighting. You also have some pullouts, and then this is what I was talking about for that acrylic style sink right there. Just how freaking cool is that? I've never seen the acrylic sink. They actually order it in as opposed to an undermount and then put the sink over, or put the, what do you say? Put the counter down, then put the sink on there, undermounted. This is actually part of the sink too. So theoretically, if I'm correct, should be better on maintenance. Should have less problems because it's all kind of one piece. Boom! Bowling gun, baby! Another little window for a friendly neighbor action, or you can Dracula them out, not let them see what you're doing here in the shower. But it is also going to be tinted, one-piece fiberglass shell, as you can see, and it's one of the wavy kinds. I think it adds a little bit of pizzazz, a little bit of it raises the knuckle up a little, if you know what I mean. Now, the shower in here, you can fit on one full roundy, that is for sure. You also got about a 6'3" right there, and then you can maybe fit part of a flat. So I'm going to give it a 1.3 on the roundy rating scale. Boom, boom, boom. A little bit of a knee cleaner down there too, so that way all your knees are shining like justice when you're showering. But 4 ports where water spits out. I love how wide the doors are here. I mean, it's just nice to have that. I mean, look at that. Walking through. You don't get that in a lot of bathrooms. I mean, try it out when you're down at like a show or down on the lot to just about everyone. When you walk through, you do have to kind of like do like a twist in there. So I'm really digging how they're using that extra, couple of inches to their advantage. 9 pull-out drawers. So good system for all your boxers and socks or t-shirts or whatever the heck your wife's packing. You'll get this, and then she gets a whole bunch of this. She gets stuff in the closet, the works. Another TV, another emergency exit in case you got to get out in a hurry. More of the blade lighting, and about 6'3" or so for head clearance. They also have they're prepped up for the gateway. So you call up like AT&T or Verizon, something like that. You can get Wi-Fi on the road. And then the MoreRide tilted bed system. So it says right here, electric adjustable bed, enhanced sleep comfort. Not sure how that happens. Helps reduce snoring and sleep apnea. I have no clue if any of that is true, but you are able to tilt the bed up and down. So that part is true. A couple pull-out drawers right here, and then one of your 3 ACs. They're using the Coleman Mach system, so it'll have a real kind of home-type filter for you. Now, the closet on this is pretty darn cool. I'm going to open up the middle and then kind of show you, but I like how it's all kind of separated out. You got about, I thought that was going to be a lip. So no lip up there, but a good place to put stuff regardless. 3 slots where hanging room is, and the rest of it is all dresser drawers. And notice how these dresser drawers are probably about double the size as well. But all right, guys, drop a comment. Let me know what you think if you've made it this far. If you don't mind, if you're a first-time viewing or haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Help me hit the 100,000 so I can go out and buy my Bad Mama Jamma drone and keep producing, baby. But again, it's the 2026 Redwood 371RL. Obviously, the RL standing for rear living, but it's a rear living with a laundry room set up as the separator. Coming out here onto the outside. Before I do that, all the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes, will be down in the description, along with that link for Funtown RV. So if you care to get some shopping done or need some more information, if they're in your local area, make sure to check it out. But you have aluminum frame construction, 3-inch thick walls. This one's going to come with your slide toppers, so I love to see it. It'll help prevent a lot of leaks there for you. I also think, and I have no studies to back this, just my experience in them, is that they really help with heat mitigation as well. And then you have one big awning that kind of goes over the slides. 6-point hydraulic auto leveling. And then right here, you're going to have, I think this is, your hydraulics. Okay, so I didn't think it was going to be hydraulics. I thought it was going to be propane. But you have your hydraulics for each one of your slides. So it's labeled, 1 through 6, which I don't think this has 6 slides. So, obviously you have your slides and then you have your leveling. Jeez, oh Pete, Hunter. Wait, that is for your leveling. Gosh almighty. People hire me because I'm friendly. Sometimes I get reminded of that by my own darn self. So drop frame, huge storage, kind of tough, rough, beat me up material like a toy hauler down at the bottom. You have these little kind of cool little hooked in things so you can switch stuff around, put baskets, put nets, do whatever that you would like. You're also wired for solar as well. And then you have the back end of your central road vac and your water manifold system too, which is, you know, pretty darn nice to have. And I like how this is all labeled, so when if the tech has to go back there, they can see what, you know, what's going on. You have your heated belly. It's also going to be fully enclosed as well. One thing that they do is they have optional independent suspension if you want. I think this one in particular has the Moride CRE 3000s, but you can get it, you know, with independent. I like that. Anytime you see those little struts right there, that'll let you know that it's on an easy lift. 2+3 warranty, or 2 and a 3-year warranty on there, limited base warranty, and then a structural warranty to go on top of that. They're also going to be using the Cooper H-rated tires as well, so a little bit beefier tire for you, a little bit better on the, you know, speeding the highway kind of use, what you got going on. I also like the fact that they use an actual rear cap, which I think is pretty cool. Not a lot of brands are doing that these days because they cost a little bit more to do it. 2-inch receiver with a 4-way flat, so, you know, you can hook up like a boat or something. And then you have your backup camera. It's also got cameras on the sides, both left and right, or I'm sorry, they don't have the cameras. They have the ability, like the rear camera, to install it. So you can get a 3-way safety system setup. Power cord reel right there. So there's a little button on the side so you can help zip that in and not lug that heavy doodad around. And then you also have the Lippert on-the-go ladder system, so you can purchase one of those to get on top of your fully walkable roof. You know, check your seals, check your slides, make sure everything is on the up and up. And then you should have a drain. Yeah, okay. Right there. Back end of the Suburban on-demand hot water heater for you. And then this is going to be the other side of that pass-through storage. Let me open that up. And you got your docking station over here and portable water. Dang, that's a huge water filter. Portable water. I'll also look that up. I've never seen one that size. I'm going to contact that company and see if they need some extra ice. So right there, you got your water filter, hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower, your bypass valves, you know, gray tank valve pulls, and then your auto leveling controls right there. But all right, guys. Okay, so right there, you got your batteries. Sorry. You're also going to have propane, generator prep, and then some extra storage along with your Moride pin box. So that'll help out with some of that chucking and bucking. But again, this is the 2026 Redwood 371FL. Hope to see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed yourself. My name is Hunter. Have a great day. See ya.